first at 6 tonight, the flood equipment is coming out. HESCO barriers and sandbags being put into place as rivers continue to rise. Good evening, I'm Paula Sands.
I'm David Nelson. Of course, we all need to know how to stay safe when there's flooding out. Meteorologist Cedric Haynes joins us live in downtown Davenport with some tips. Cedric.
Well, good evening, guys. As you can see here, the city of Davenport, their crews are getting set up for what looks to be a long-duration flooding event in terms of the water levels rising. You can see they've set up not only road barriers and signs and also the wall here to kind of protect from the water levels coming inland, but they've also set up these pipes here, and these pipes are going to be pumping the water as it continues to make its way inland. Now, you can see they've got these pipes that extend down into the sewers and into the manholes, and what they're doing is they're going to be pumping the water out as the water makes its way in. So that's combined with the flood walls will help to try to lessen the threat of flooding making its way too far inland here. You can see here we're right now on Pershing and River Drive, and just above me here is 2nd Street, so we don't want the water to go past there. Now, here's a couple of flood safety tips that we want to just kind of let you know about here. Of course, when it comes to flooding, of course, if you live near any water levels like the folks here close to the River Drive area, you want to watch the water levels because they can rise quickly, especially when you see heavy rain, which could be a threat again tonight. Do not attempt to drive around any barricades or flooded roadways. Of course, remember, turn around, don't drown. And of course, keep in mind that only 1 foot of water, that's 12 inches, can float a vehicle, and it only takes 2 feet of water to float an SUV, especially when you're dealing with the water as it moves in. It is also picking up in speed, so you get the rushing water as well. So that can all create danger. So those are just some things that we want to alert you about. Just keep in mind, again, when you're dealing with flooding, there are 2 types of flooding we like to warn you about. First, what we're dealing with now, which is the river flooding with the water coming inland. And then secondly, you have to worry about the potential of flash flooding, and that could be a threat when you see the heavy rain come down in a short period of time. That's when you get a lot of ponding on the roadways and the water that rises very quickly. So we're going to be keeping an eye on both of those things. But again, the crews are setting up for what looks to be at least a little bit of a flooding event right here close to River Drive.
All right, thanks, Cedric. And you can find the latest river levels and forecasts for weather in your area on the QC Weather app anytime. It's free on both Apple and Android devices.